Oh, well.
Let's have a word on climate change. Here
Oh,
we are in 2012, August, and we got carbon credits available. In fact, when I booked my flight online, I was given an option to purchase carbon exchange credits. I mean, it's sitting on my website to choose and I said, "What is this? How did it manage to get into mainstream?" So tell me about.
I don't know how it did. It's the most incredible hoax that ever was. It, it belies anything. The very simplest way of looking at it is I've forgotten how many kilograms of dry matter per hectare a pasture makes. Warren did tell me, maybe, what is it, or 120 or something, kilograms of dry matter per hectare. Now, if you take that right over the world with forests, grasslands and all green cover, every day there's millions and millions of tons of organic dry matter manufactured. Now, where'd it come from? Well, if you take the old equation, 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2, you find that those millions and millions of tons of dry matter took millions and millions of tons of carbon dioxide out of the air every day. We're going to run out pretty soon. Then the plants won't be able to make any food, and we'll die of starvation. Everything will stop. But of course, it's being replaced all the time. Plant materials burning, animals are breathing out. They're rotting. Sometimes it turns to methane, but methane soon burns to carbon dioxide. And so every day, millions and millions of tons of carbon dioxide are being returned to the air. If they weren't, life would stop within, what, a month. Now, how can you say that carbon dioxide is a pollutant? You can't.
When it's necessary.
It's absolutely, it's the most valuable gas in the air. The second one is oxygen.
Now,
And
people would argue oxygen was the most valuable gas.
no, carbon dioxide makes you. You're all made of carbon dioxide materials. All of you, except the enamel in your
I
teeth.
thought I was made of water, 80%.
Oh, there's a lot of water in you as well, but all the muscle, all the tissue, all the blood, all the hormones, all the little bits and pieces that go to make you up are carbon compounds, every one of them. Every single one.
So you're saying that the carbon dioxide is the carrier of the carbon compound. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Well, it's the forerunner of all carbon compounds.
So it's what is made volatile and put in the air. It floats. It's then reseeded back
Yeah,
into
yeah,
through the trees. It gets pulled back into compounds,
yeah,
organic matter in trees,
yeah,
which then gets eaten by the cattle, which then gets eaten by us,
yeah,
and then gets off-gassed by our activity, plus also when we die or when the cattle dies. Obviously, there's aspects of that that then get recycled up
yeah,
into methane, which then gets recycled. So,
yeah.
but basically, you're saying that the trail is the carbon. It's the oxygen is a necessary
Byproduct.
byproduct. Well, that's interesting.
I mean, it's a very, very simple and it's absolutely foolproof equation because you can test it all out. You can do experiments in photosynthesis with weighing things before and after. You can do all of that. That carbon cycle is absolutely, there's no argument about it at all.
So, what would you say to the American, um, you know, government who's come out and endorsed carbon exchange credits and
It's just bullshit.
it's a
It's
way of making money?
yeah. No, it's actually related to power, money and power. If you look at really what's happening, the United Nations or the international government they're grabbing power all the time if they can. And the power comes through money and also making people do what they want them to. It's internationalizing of the world and it's done not by people who are, got the benefit of mankind behind them, but by people who are power hungry. It's